Hey, folks, welcome back. We've got tidbits to cover. We have big pre-announcements from Chase specifically and a pre-announcement from Walmart, and we'll get into that in just a second. But we're going to talk about Chase because they've officially announced that the revamp for the Sapphire Reserve is coming and have let it be known that there will be a business card at the high end as well. So this business card has been rumored that it is going to be taking on the American Express Business Platinum card. We'll have to see what it ends up looking because they didn't confirm any details. So we have the rumored details for the revamp of the Chase Sapphire Reserve that says it's going up to $795. Don't know if the business version would be also going to $795. It would make sense for it to, but we'll just pump the brakes for a second. Now, before I jump into the news items, just very quickly, we have gotten confirmation from Chase by way of Chase's Instagram and by way of Zach from the Points Guy. He put out a tweet, and I'll put out the tweet, show the tweet in just a second, but Zach Griff from the Points Guy has also confirmed it with Chase. So we're just waiting for Chase's official announcement. Now, Chase is saying that the new Sapphire Reserve is coming out in summer of 2025. It is June 9th. Summer officially starts in 11 days. So we're just going to have to see what happens in terms of when they announce it. Now, it makes sense for them to now announce it probably this week. They've started the rollout on social media. I don't think that was a coincidence. They have confirmed it with the Points Guy. I don't think that was a coincidence. So I would have to imagine that we're going to see the full announcement either tomorrow, June 10th. Chase didn't want to go up against Apple, probably. WWDC was today, so tomorrow would make a fair amount of sense. I don't know why they would wait on Apple, but that's the only thing I can think of for not releasing it today, if they've already confirmed it today, and the advertising launch has apparently happened. So we've seen advertising going up at Grand Central Station. We've seen advertising on transit in LA, according to various Reddit reports. So let's jump into this here. We're going to share the screen, and I apologize for looking down. So Revamp $795. So here we go. Revamp $795 annual fee card. Chase Sapphire Reserve Revamp. The ad shown above was spotted at Grand Central Terminal in New York City, hinting at a new card design and launch slated for summer 2025. The Points Guy also reports that the first ever Sapphire Reserve for business will be debuting too. Several images were also shared on Instagram by Chase Sapphire, so the business version could launch at the same time. So as you can see, this was the advertisement shown at Grand Central Station. We don't get a good look at the new card there. We also have work. Hard work is about to get more rewarding with business emblazoned here. And then rewards are about to get more rewarding with a new texture designed to the Sapphire Reserve. Looks like it's also going to shimmer gold. So we'll just have to see what the final product ends up looking like. So that is the only update there. Now, we don't have official announcement of what the card looks like, so I don't want to speculate too much further on that. I think we'll wait until the final announcement because I have to assume that at least for the Sapphire Reserve and Business Reserve, we're going to see something probably in the next, hopefully this week. I would assume this week, maybe as early as tomorrow. I have to imagine it'll be no later than next week because you can announce things on, let's say, June 17th that take effect July 1st, right? So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. We do have this tweet from Zach Griff, who just says, Big at Chase confirms that a fully revamped Sapphire Reserve card is coming soon, as well as the first ever Sapphire Reserve for business will be debuting too. Timeline is this summer. Not sure what to expect, but I'm sure it will bring big changes. So looks like they're going with Sapphire Reserve for business instead of Ink Business Reserve. So does this mean anything for the other ink cards? Probably not. The free ink cards will still probably pool up to the Sapphire Business Reserve. Maybe the Ink Preferred becomes the Sapphire Preferred for business, but they're very different cards. They're going to be the same annual fee. They're going to be the same sort of structure, but I can't imagine that they're going to change the Ink Preferred to the Sapphire Preferred for business unless they become a little bit more aligned somewhat. Maybe. I don't know. That's a topic for another day. So we're going to move over to our other topic here, and we're going to share a screen here. This is another Danny the Deal Guru post. So One Pay and Synchrony to launch new Walmart credit card. Walmart has gone back to Synchrony by way of One Pay. So Walmart owns One Pay, or Walmart invests in One Pay. One Pay is Walmart's play to start getting into banking and banking products. It is not a bank, it is a fintech that they have invested in. I think they actually have a controlling interest in it. And One Pay is going to be their path going forward for debit cards, credit cards, loans, buy now, pay later schemes, bring it all into Walmart, and Walmart will control most of the finances on that side of things. So they're going through Synchrony to issue the cards. It will be a MasterCard. So One Pay and Synchrony to launch new Walmart credit card. One Pay today announced a strategic partnership with Synchrony to exclusively launch a new credit card program with Walmart. The credit card program is expected to launch this fall with the experience embedded inside the One Pay app and powered by MasterCard's global payments network, and will be made available to millions of Walmart customers and to customers across the United States. One Pay is a consumer fintech backed by Walmart and Ribbit Capital, currently offering a suite of banking, credit, and payment products such as cashback debit, high yield savings, installment loans, a digital wallet, and domestic and international peer-to-peer payments. In partnering with Synchrony and MasterCard, One Pay will add credit cards to its growing portfolios as part of a vision to help people spend, save, borrow, and grow their money in a simplified way to holistically manage their financial lives. Blah. No. This is so Walmart can control more of the money. As part of the program, One Pay and Synchrony will introduce a new general purpose card and a private label card that will be exclusively for Walmart purchases. The credit card functionally will be embedded inside the One Pay app. So here is how Walmart and Synchrony have gotten back together. Walmart's initial issue was Synchrony sucked at customer service. I am assuming that Walmart and One Pay are going to handle all of the customer service, are going to handle all of the rewards, are going to handle the payment, are going to handle all aspects of the card. The only thing that Synchrony will be is the issuing bank for the card. Currently, One Pay does their banking processes. Since they're not a bank, they do partner with Coastal Community Bank. Coastal Community Bank isn't big enough to support what will likely be hundreds of thousands of people signing up for this Walmart card, because Walmart is the biggest in-store store in the country. So I have to imagine that Walmart wants a bank that is functionally able to get cards out, and that is where Synchrony will step in. Everything else about this is going to be handled by One Pay. So the customer service will be through One Pay, the app experience will be through One Pay, paying your card will be through One Pay, receiving your rewards will be through One Pay. All of that will be inside and controlled by Walmart. So they don't have to share nearly as much revenue with Synchrony as they once did and complain about Synchrony's customer service. Although, how good is One Pay's customer service going to be? That I don't know. Also, we don't know what this general purpose card is going to look like. It is likely going to have elevated earnings at Walmart, obviously, but will that be 4% at Walmart? Will that be 5% at Walmart? I don't know. What other categories would they put on the card? Again, I don't know. Will this include Sam's Club, because Synchrony also issues the Sam's Club credit card? Again, I don't know. We will find out in the fall, but there will be a private label card as well. So Synchrony does the private label cards for Amazon. Chase issues the Amazon personal cards, and American Express handles the Amazon business cards, because that's not confusing. But Walmart, through One Pay, will be issuing a credit card and a store card. Everything then will be handled by One Pay, and One Pay is probably going to be this One Pay card is probably going to be your highest possible return if you're a credit card maximizer for your shopping at Walmart. Will it work at Walmart neighborhood markets? I don't know. Will it work at only Walmart superstore centers? Again, I don't know. But just want to put that out there. Walmart is coming back to the credit card market, which made sense. They ended their relationship with Capital One. They were going to go in with One Pay. They had already issued, I think, a One Pay debit card for Walmart. And this is the next logical step. Partnering with Synchrony is hilarious, because they were originally with Synchrony, or I believe they were originally with Discover. They left Discover for Synchrony, claiming that Discover's customer service was inadequate. Went to Synchrony, broke their contract with Synchrony, to then go to Capital One while suing Synchrony for breach of contract and breaking their contract because of Synchrony's customer service. They went to Capital One, then sued Capital One and broke their contract with Capital One, claiming lack of customer service, and now they're back with Synchrony issuing the card while they're going to handle all the customer service. Like, they have to have really high standards of customer service, or they're just lying. Don't know which, but just want to put that out there. Anyway, that is going to do it for this one. Just 2 big items here. I wanted to do a separate video for each. Didn't know if that was going to work. So we're going to do tidbits for now. I anticipate that we will be talking about the Sapphire Reserve very shortly, and I'm sure I'm going to get some other creators' thoughts on it as well. I'm going to reach out to them as news breaks. So that's going to do it for this one. If you like what I do, hit the subscribe button down below. Check out the Stack Your Points podcast. We release on episodes here on Wednesdays and Fridays. Check out our live feed. That is Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. We have a new feature coming out that we're going to talk about on the podcast tonight. Check out my pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. Buy me a Ko-fi, or consider becoming a channel member here on YouTube. $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. It's the Tidbit Collector. Thank you so much for your time. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.